Welcome to Assassin's Creed 3 Remaster. This is going to be a full playthrough of the game, and as I said before, this is the remastered version of Assassin's Creed 3. We're not going back to the original. While it still holds up, I have the remaster, may as well get into the better graphics version of the game. So without any further ado, we're just going to play a short bit just to introduce the game, and we will continue the playthrough throughout the coming months until we finish.
Used to be when people talked about the end of the world, we locked them up, or laughed them off. Sometimes both. But we never took them seriously. Maybe we should have. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Better to start at the beginning, with the abduction of Desmond Miles, my son. This boy had no ambition, no direction, no plans for the future. What he did have was a heritage, one he chose to deny. It nearly cost him his life. He was captured and imprisoned. Those who took him believed he could help them find something. The apple. One of several artifacts we call pieces of Eden. Bits of ancient technology scattered across the globe. Some hidden, some found, all of them dangerous. Most are held by a single group, the same group that now had Desmond. You know them as Abstergo Industries. We know them as the Templars, as the enemy. We've been fighting them for thousands of years, even longer if you believe the stories of their origins. I do. After all, I've seen the truth. That's the beauty and the horror of the Animus. A device that allows us to enter and experience the lives of our ancestors. It holds the power to change everything, to show us history the way it really happened. Up until its creation, to the victor went the spoils, went the truth. We're trying to fix that, to free minds and bodies both. But there's only so much that we can do, and the Templars have the upper hand these days. But something larger than the Assassins and Templars is approaching, bigger than all of us. And if we can't find a way to stop it, these next few weeks will probably be our last. Everyone's last. In the end, it all comes down to him. To Desmond. Through the Animus, he discovered his heritage, explored the lives of his ancestors, and uncovered their secrets. When that was done, he trained. He used another ancestor to provide decades of experience in the span of a few days. It worked. We think. We hope. Soon, though, soon we'll know. That ominous date fast approaches, December 21st, 2012. None of us knows what it'll bring, only that this is where they want us to be, when it does. They've been guiding us in their own fractured, frustrating way. These voices from the first civilization, the ones who came before, a precursor race of immense power and uncertain motives. They're the ones who made the pieces of Eden. This is where they've led him, and through him, us. He stands at the entrance to this long-lost place, armed with the knowledge of Altair and the abilities of Ezio. He holds in his hands the apple of Eden, and we stand at his side, ready to support him however we can. His name is Desmond Miles, and he has brought us to the end.
Perfect time for a quick recap. We finished Assassin's Creed Revelations, and we know basically where we need to go when it comes to a those who came before location. We have the Apple of Eden. We are bringing it basically to open the gate to this special location, and that basically wraps that up. As far as historical background, we'll get into that later, because as of this exact moment in the game, we have no idea what year we'll be jumping into. I'll get more into that as we play through the game.
In another moment, down went Alice after it, never once considering how in the world she was to get out again.
And here is a perfect opportunity to ask, how many of you out there really enjoy that mythical aspect to this game and to the franchise? It's a pillar of the franchise, but I strongly suspect that a lot of people don't really love it that much. So I'd be curious to know.
I think we're here.
I wonder what led you to that conclusion there, Desmond. Sharp as a tack, this one. You know, was it the clearly alien, or I guess advanced technology from an old civilization doorway? Was it the odd structures?
The key. You must find the key.
Son?
Sir. Here we go again.
Desmond?
Do you hear us?
Yeah. What happened?
The temple triggered a bleeding effect. You collapsed and entered into a fugue state.
So naturally, you dropped me into the Animus instead of, I don't know, making sure I was okay?
You weren't in any danger. Besides, the temple appeared to be communicating with you, and I didn't want to risk severing the connection. At least not until we knew what it wanted.
Right. Of course.
Son,
No, it's fine. I get it. And I know what I'm looking for, by the way. It's a key. Just no idea where it is, though. I guess that's why she triggered the bleeding effect.
She?
Juno, Dad. She's talking to me.
Okay, Desmond. While you were, visiting Constantinople, we picked up a software update for the Animus. I'd like to run a couple of quick tests, make sure there aren't any major issues.
All right. What do you need me to do?
We'll start simple. Walk to the marker over there.
Oh lord, we have to do this every game, but Assassin's Creed 3 did introduce some new mechanics on running and movement in general, so...
Okay, Desmond. Let's practice climbing on these objects.
Yeah, so it's fair enough. I mean, I've been jumping across Assassin's Creed games, and while the earlier ones do have some similar patterns, you definitely can get yourself into trouble real quick if you aren't familiar, so it's good to practice, definitely, but we can skip ahead.
Synchronization levels look good now. We should be able to build the world. Time to find out what the temple wants from you.
And here we are. We are looking sharp as a knife today. Look at that. Look at that strut. Like I said, I don't plan on spoiling this, so let's just take a nice leisurely stroll and see what the game gives us.
Sir? Sir? Everything all right, sir?
Yes, fine. I'm just preoccupied, that's all.
Don't forget your invitation. Master Birch will be meeting you inside.
Thank you.
Where shall I retrieve you once you're done?
Front of the Opera House. And be quick about it. Don't expect to be here long.
I'll bring her round at once.
Hatham. That's a nice name. And we have an accent. British. A deadly performance. Here we go. Our first mission.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
We're in a rush. Alright, let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to kindly find your seats.
Well, you don't have to tell me twice. I will kindly find my seat. Maybe we'll get to enjoy a nice opera. I, for one, enjoy the theater. Do I enjoy opera? Absolutely not. But, hey, I'm open to it. Let's try it out.
Good evening, sir. This way, please.
My apologies.
Evening, Hatham.
Reginald?
I can't tell you how happy I was to hear they'd mounted this revival. Gay's best work by far. Have you seen it before?
Once. My father brought me here as a child. Though I remember little of it. I don't suppose tonight will afford me the luxury of a proper viewing either.
No, I'm afraid it won't. On to business then. Do you see him?
Because he's so great, thinks his trade as honest as mine.
He's seated in one of the boxes above.
The stairs are watched. You'll need to find another way up.
A lawyer is an honest employment, so is mine.
I already have.
Me too, he acts in a double capacity, both against rogues and for them. For 'tis but fitting that we should protect and
Oh, looks like they're gonna spoil a good night at the theater for us.
1,000 pardons.
Oh,
So
oh,
sorry.
we're so polite. Oh, excuse me. And here we are. We have to work our way, obviously, up and across. Should be interesting. Will say Assassin's Creed 3 starts off with one of the more elegant and one of the more impressive backgrounds, following right in the footsteps of Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and obviously Revelations. Each game, I feel like, brings us to some really beautiful locations, so I'm really excited to show off what Assassin's Creed 3 can really do. Okay, we've arrived to the next portion of climbing around an opera theater. The opera seems to be going pretty well. That's good. And it looks like we have a new mechanic to play with. Unlocking. I forgot about this aspect of Assassin's Creed 3. Normally, as you know, in previous games, you just hold B to unlock. But now, we get to play around with controls. That's nice. Alright. Oh no, this can't go well. Yeesh, good grip strength. A common trait of all the main characters in Assassin's Creed series games.
Hatham.
You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Well, that kid is surely traumatized, and we murdered someone, so I'd say that's a pretty successful night at the opera. Oh no, we get to miss out on the whole thing. I mean, we unfortunately miss out on the whole thing, not get to. Making our way through. Doesn't seem like there's too much of a panic, just one dude who's being incredibly rude, which is pretty typical about events like this. Oh, the ushers got him. Nice. Well done. Thank you very much.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
Shall we be off then?
Aye. To Fleet and Bride.
By your command.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I hold in my hand a key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge. Perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are still an enigma, these precursors. But of one thing I am certain. Whatever waits behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first.
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right. It suffices for a start. And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause. Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship leaves at dawn. Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
Some fresh air might do me good.
Okay, this is where we're gonna leave it, on our way to Boston. We're shipping up to Boston, and I couldn't be more excited. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video, and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed content.